Now, our first guest today is known as the Queen of Burlesque, but her talents are not just limited to performing. She's also an author, entrepreneur, fashion icon and inspiration to stars like Taylor Swift. Here to tell us about her new show and why she never imagined she'd still be stripping off in her 50s, please welcome Dita Von Teese.
Yeah. Thanks for having
you
me
are
again.
not in your 50s. It's not possible. Have you got a painting in the attic?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Wow.
Listen, I really want to ask you about what is the essence of burlesque. But before we do, we were talking earlier, I don't know if you heard us, about intimidation or whether you're intimidated by other people. And you have such an aura about you. Is there anyone that would intimidate you?
Okay, I'm intimidated by, like, the golden age stars. Like, I met Elizabeth Taylor. I had, like, an encounter with Lauren Bacall, which was quite, like, intense because I was briefed while she was walking toward me not to speak to her unless she speaks to me. It's like these old school, like these...
protocols.
Yeah. And it was funny because she walked toward, and actually, strangely, like, had a little altercation with Karl Lagerfeld, of all people. Which, come to find out, like, I couldn't find one picture of them being friendly together. But anyway, she walks toward me. I'm sitting with Christian Louboutin, and he's, like, the one that gave me the brief. She leans down on the table, looks me right in the eye and says, "Pardon me for interrupting your dinner." And, like, a big breath.
Oh, wow.
And then starts talking to him. And it was just this big gesture. It's just, like, all these things all at once. It was super... No, I just said, like, I just... No, yeah.
But do you ever think you have that effect on people, though?
I mean,
I'm just sat here at the moment. My name is Nadia Sawala and I am intimidated.
I'm just a dishwater blonde from a farming town in Michigan. I don't know why anybody would have any reason to. I just painted myself to look like a femme fatale, I think. And actually I did that to counteract my shyness, I think, sometimes. Like,
really?
Having, like, a strong look.
Yes.
Kind of weeds out the weak, right?
Yeah.
And when I say weak, I'm talking about, like, the men I don't want to hit on me.
Well, you certainly did it very effectively. So back to my original question, what is the essence of burlesque?
Well, I mean, the first thing is, like, you know, American burlesque was like a spin-off of a vaudeville show in the late 20s through the 40s. And the stars of the burlesque show were striptease stars. So you had, like, people like Gypsy Rose Lee, who you know from, like, the musical Gypsy when Natalie Wood played her. So, I mean, that's for me what burlesque is. But the word burlesque, you could have a burlesque play. It means to make fun of something, which, to be fair, I do make fun of a lot of things in my show while taking my clothes off.
So even then, when you just said, "Well, taking my clothes off," I thought, I wonder what that feels like to just be able to take your clothes off. Because I have a huge problem with taking my clothes off.
Really?
And yes, I'm actually sweating now. Why did I start this conversation? And I just
all yours, Nadia.
do you think that? What is the key to that? Like, for there's so many women that we're watching now that just, like, the worst thing in the world is to take their clothes off. How could we push through that?
A big part of it, I think, is controlling circumstances. Like, I don't want to be... I'm controlling the lighting, which you can do at home, too.
Okay.
You can make your haven, like, very sexy pink light bulbs. Don't get that overhead lighting, or if you have to have that overhead lighting, put some lamps around. You can make it beautiful. And you can boost your confidence, you know? You can boost your confidence in different ways, and that's really what I do. And what I think burlesque stars do is they create their own, like, tableau. I call them my stripscapes. So and I'm controlling all the lighting. I'm controlling what I wear. I'm controlling what I show and don't show. So I think that's the thing. Yes, body shapes.
What I find fascinating is that your audience are predominantly women.
Yeah, a lot of women. It's a lot of women and the queer community, of course. Like,
and what do you think the appeal of what you do is to women?
I think I like a few things. I think, like, the books that I've written are part of what fuel it, because I wrote my first book in early 2000s, and I talked about what glamour means for my confidence and why I like burlesque and why I look to the past and what it makes me feel, you know. And that's when I think I got a lot more female fans that kind of maybe needed permission to be different or to wear red lipstick or to, like, embrace their sensual power. Like, I think that's part of it. There is, like, a backstory, kind of. And I've written a few books since then, and I think it's a lot of that. But it also feels like a very inclusive place where people can get really dressed up if they want to. People feel very free there, and and the audience is really like a scene, you know, like the London Palladium is on fire when I come there. It's like people are wearing top hats and, you know, dressed in drag if they want to. Like, you know, I am always amazed at how people just feel like they're in a safe space.
And you love it here, don't you? You love the UK.
I do, yeah.
Do you think you'd ever move here?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it a lot the past few days.
Yeah.
Well, can I be accepted? Yes. No, I do. Yeah, it's very...
So with all that in mind, what made you feel like you wanted to retire like 10 years
I mean,
ago?
I think it's because, you know, when I remember being in my 20s and first doing this, and people always put the fear in you, like, you're going to turn 30. And you're like, ugh. Oh, and then you kind of, I think about it in like terms of decades, right? When I was 20, I was scared of being 30. I'm 30, I'm scared. They make you scared of being 40.
Yeah.
And then you're 40, and I kind of went, oh, maybe this is my last tour, in which I did do my last tour like 5 times, just like everybody else did, you know? But then, you know, I think about first of all, I think about like, why am I thinking so much about age retiring me? There's a million reasons why you could have your last show and never do it again.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's not like age is kind of low on the list of reasons, right? But I think, you know, if I had retired myself when I said I was going to, I wouldn't have an ongoing 2.5-year-long residency in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be coming back to do a UK tour. So I think like of all the things I would have missed out on. And also I think it's important for people to see it's important for me when I see women that are older than me embracing their like sensuality and being like, you know,
I think
in that space. So I feel like I gotta walk the walk, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you'll be walking the walk and a whole lot more
will be
next year,
walking
as you
the
say,
walk,
with your UK tour. It starts in
looking forward to
January,
it.
and it's called Nocturnelle. Thank you very much, Dita Von Teese.
Thank you very much.